Last night's assassination attempt against our president, Mr. Donald J. Trump, and the administration by an individual who became an assassin from Los Angeles, took a train all the way to Chicago, then to New York, and then rented a hotel room in the same exact hotel where the White House Correspondents' dinner was taking place, where just about the whole cabinet were there together to celebrate an evening of unity and some levity as traditional for the last 50 years. So how does someone turn assassin? How does a human being go from what we know, he was a tutor. He actually won an award last year of the teacher of the month, the tutor of the month, which seemingly would be an upstanding person, an individual who cared enough to teach. He had some educational background. And how does he turn to become an assassination attempt on the President of the United States and its administration? So we have had a night to sleep on it and to think about it and to wonder what drives a person to go from being a upstanding citizen to an assassin, to disrupt an event like this, to try to create chaos, carnage, death. Miraculously, no one died last night. This definitely could have been so much worse. I truly believe that this was another miracle that we have been witnessing literally in the past couple years. We don't realize how fortunate we have been that we are witnessing God's revelation in a very great way. We saw on July 13, 2024, when President Trump's first assassination attempt, when it just grazed his ear, just a fraction of a millimeter, he would have died. And God, with his divine will, did not want the president to die at that moment. There is still a mission for the president to do. That was July 13, 2024. And at that time, we did not know if he was going to win the elections or not. But obviously, the divine providence wanted him to be there. Whether you like Mr. Trump or you don't, whether you agree with his tactics, with his rhetoric or not, is irrelevant. The United States of America voted for him to be your president. And God spared his life. Not once, not twice, not 3 times. And here again, shouldn't that be some kind of an indication to us, to the United States of America, to realize that we play a small part in this world, but God ultimately, with divine providence, is the one in control. Our president, Mr. Donald J. Trump, in the Oval Office, is working tirelessly on behalf of the American people. We, as a nation, need to stand behind him. You don't have to agree with everything, but still, he is the commander-in-chief, and you voted him into office. God spared his life, so we need to be more united. So how does this individual turn from being an American citizen to a would-be an assassin of the president, the leader of the free world? Everything that happens in life, we are to take a lesson, a takeaway. We have been taught that nothing happens in life by accident, by coincidence, serendipitously. There is a reason for everything that happens in life. The good, the bad, the ugly. Last night we saw the ugly. We also saw the good. We saw the brave Secret Service and the security details, the Secret Service and the various departments spring into action instantly and was able to prevent a much worse event of occurring, and God bless them. We have seen the bad and we have seen the ugly. But everything that comes to our attention in life, we are required to have a lesson, to have a takeaway. What can we learn from this? There is a famous saying that do not believe in yourself until the day you die, which means one can never know what tomorrow is going to bring you. But you are the one who can make that decision. The way God created us at birth, He created us as an infant. He created us for a reason to grow into a productive, good, kind human being, to be an ambassador of God. The day you were born, God said the world can no longer exist without you. With that, God gives you free will. This is a gift to humans that animals and all other creatures in the world do not have. They don't have that ability of control. They basically act on reflex, on natural reflexes, but not intellectual human beings. Human beings are given the ability to be able to choose right from wrong. The concept of free will, that we get to wake up in the morning and we get to decide how the day is going to be. God can create many circumstances in front of you, but you get to choose. And we see that from Genesis with Adam and Eve, with the tree of life and the tree of knowledge. Right from the beginning of time, God is teaching us, human beings, that you are not robots. You are not pre-programmed human beings that you just do at the whim of what your reflex makes you do, but you actually have full control. You have free will. You could choose right from wrong. You could choose to be kind, or you could choose to be unkind. You could choose to be sensitive or insensitive. You could choose to say good words or to not say good words. The choice of will is yours. This individual, which I'm not going to mention by name, doesn't deserve to be named. He woke up yesterday morning. He had a choice to check out of the hotel, go back to Los Angeles, and continue his life. But he made the decision to assemble his arms, his guns, there in the hotel, and try to run into the ballroom and shoot as many of the president and his administration as possible. That was a choice that he made. And that choice that he made has defined the rest of his life. I believe the takeaway for each one of us is to appreciate and understand that God gives you both forces. He gives you an evil force and a godly force. And they are in battle with each other all day long. And we are the ones who are the guards of our mouth, of our actions. We can choose what to say and what to do. We have that gift of free will. And I think perhaps this is something that we can take away from this. When you wake up in the morning, ask yourself the question, what's today going to be like? Am I going to make good decisions? Am I going to make bad decisions? And do I have the power to make good decisions? And the answer is yes. God gives you that energy, that power, that ability that you too can make the right decisions. Even though you may have impulses, you may have voices, you may have something that's driving you to do something. In this particular case, he was inspired by the left. He, as where things are unfolding, we're getting to learn that he was inspired by the left to pull him to the left. And the rhetoric that we allow, that we refer to as free speech, becomes hateful speech and insightful speech. The way people have been tearing down our president, the way people have been attacking our president, there are consequences for that. And we need to realize and understand that there are consequences to our free speech. And we need to really understand that free speech doesn't mean hateful speech and insightful speech, because this is the end result, as we saw last night. Extremely disruptive, extremely frightened. We had 2,600 people that were there, that were terrified, didn't know if this was the last moments of life. The president and the first lady and the whole cabinet were there under attack. This is not America. This is not the land of the free, but this is a consequence of what we have allowed to become. We need to move back to the center. We can't be too right, too left. We need to get back to the center, be focused, and get back on the spirit of our founding fathers of the United States of America. We are celebrating July 4th, the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. Its founding fathers built America on the idea of the land of the free, which means we are free to make choices and to make the right choices. This is a land that was built with God in the conversation. In God we trust. Our founding fathers understood that our only success will be if God is our partner, and we become God's ambassadors to make this world a better place and a greater place. Another takeaway is that we need to hear something, say something. His family members have reported his odd behavior and they were concerned, but the time they did it, it was too late. We need to realize that we as human beings are dependent on each other. We cannot ignore, even if they are family members. If you see someone going off the right path, if you see someone leaning in a direction that it's becoming dangerous to humanity, we need to say something. We are all in this world together, regardless of race, color, or religion. We are dependent on each other. We are responsible for each other, and we need to look out for each other. And when you hear something or see something, or you have a sixth sense of intuition that someone is going down a dangerous path, you are obligated to do something about it and to prevent perhaps the next mass shooting or the next terrible calamity. You have that power, you have that choice. And God bless us all. God has been showing his great hand of miracles. Look at the Middle East. Look what happened during the Gaza war, how we were able to bring all the hostages home alive. Look how we were able to neutralize Iran. Miraculously, Iran has been a bully in the Middle East for 47 years. And in 12 days, the alliance of the United States of America and Israel were able to take out the air defense. We're able to set back the nuclear program without one loss of American. We just look miraculous when we're able to extract those two pilots who had to eject over Iran enemy territory. Miraculously, we were able to take them out. Look at the miracles that we're able to take control and take out the evil regime in Iran. These are miracles that are happening in our days. Look last night at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, how God spread his net of protection over the whole cabinet, over everyone that was there. It could have been so much worse. Miraculously, God's presence was there to protect us. Let's acknowledge that. Let's be grateful to God. And let's say these two words, thank God. And those words, thank God, needs to be in your regular vernacular, in your conversation every day. I grew up that anytime anyone asked me, how are you? I say, thank God, okay. How was your day? Thank God, good. What's your plan? Please God, I'm going to be traveling today. Thank God. Use those words in your vocabulary. Every time you bring God into the conversation, you are bringing God's blessing to you and to the world. May God bless us all, that we can take lessons from what we see. Let's appreciate the miracles that come our ways. Say thank God for this miracle as well. And let's pray and we hope that people realize they have free will. The same force that's pulling them to the dark side can pull them to the good side. And may God bless America and God bless us all. God bless you. God loves you.